Match 41 of the Big Bash League, the Sydney Sixers and the Perth Scorchers. Let's build our fantasy team on my 11th Circle Fantasy Pick on ESPN Cricinfo. I'm Ronak Kapoor and Mike Hussey is all set to join me. Right, let's go to our pro tip first up. And this will be the third game in 4 days and the 9th overall at the Manukau Oval in Canberra, the venue with the most games so far in this year's Big Bash League. The wicket is likely to be bowler friendly, so pick more bowling options. Does that make sense from what you've seen at the Manukau Oval this season, Huss?
I'm not convinced about that, Ronak. I think Manukau Oval is generally a really good batting pitch. I've seen some of the batsmen play some extraordinary innings. I've seen Alex Hale score 71 off 20-odd balls. So it's actually pretty fair. I think if you bowl well, then, you can get the rewards and the spinners can come into play, certainly. But I think the good players can score runs there as well. It's a fast outfield, so it should be a good game of cricket, I reckon.
Yeah, it's an interesting pro tip, given we've backed some batsmen in our captains and vice captains. So let's go there and let's try and make sense of the team as we see it in totality. Before that, on player availability, Mitchell Marsh, big player for the Perth Scorchers, as well as Colin Munro, are injured. They may not be available for this clash. Ben Dwarshuis might be available for the Sydney Sixers after recovering from injury. Now, do check in closer to the toss for final team news and player availability. Let's go to our team. Before that, a quick reminder on the My 11 Circle Fantasy app, 100 credits for every user to build their fantasy team. 4 categories of players to choose from: batsmen, bowlers, wicket keepers, and all-rounders. Every player's individual credit value is listed on the app. You can pick a maximum of 7 players from one team in any given contest, and we'll throw in 4 substitute options for you towards the end of this video as well. Let's go to our top picks. Captain choice, Josh Philippe, not for the first time in the Sixers play. He is the leading run scorer in this year's Big Bash, 337 runs in 10 games. Impressive strike rate of over 145. At the back of his IPL stint, he continues to be a much improved T20 player. Josh Philippe also scored a 44 ball 81 not out against the Scorchers in last year's Big Bash League. And the last time he played at this venue, a match-winning 64. So straightforward captain choice in our reckoning. Jason Roy is vice-captain choice. And so far, he scored 212 runs in 6 games at an average of over 42. Josh Philippe is captain. Jason Roy is vice-captain. They give you double and 1.5 times the points respectively. So pick them very carefully. Steve O'Keefe features in our top picks. He's been a regular feature whenever the Sixers play. Even though after that brilliant start of the season, his wicket-taking form has taken a slight dip. We're still backing the veteran left-arm spinner to come good. Jai Richardson's there as well. So now the bowlers do feature. The 24-year-old seamer, he's been the player of the season for the Scorchers so far. And you know that Mike Hussey's been backing him very strongly, the sort of form he's been in previous shows on this as well. Dan Christian too, the veteran all-rounder, a revelation for the Sixers. The only player to pick up 10 or more wickets as well as score over 150 runs in this year's Big Bash. Top picks, Josh Philippe as captain, Jason Roy as vice-captain, Steve O'Keefe, Jai Richardson and Dan Christian in our top picks. Do you like those, Huss?
Yeah, I think you're spot on there, Ronak. Excellent picks. I'm glad you mentioned Jason Roy there because he's starting to come into form for the Scorchers. He looked really good. And Jai Richardson, if you want to, maybe to gamble on him as captain, I'd think it'd be a good choice as well. I guess the only thing to caution with that is he's played his last 4 or 5 games in Perth where he knows that pitch so well. Now he's playing away. So I'm not sure he'll be as effective, but, he's in great form and could be certainly an option as captain as well.
All right, a tempting option if you want a bowler as your captain for this one. Let's go to some differential picks and wrap up our full team. Jordan Silk is there. He's having an impactful Big Bash Season 10. He scored 210 runs in 10 games, striking over 140. No one scored more runs at number 5, scoring 195 and 140 deliveries, Jordan Silk. Fawad Ahmed is there as well. The Scorchers' lead spinner is in the middle of one of his leanest seasons. He's just got the 7 wickets in 9 games at an average of over 26. However, we do believe that the Sixers are his favourite opposition. The numbers certainly suggest so, 15 wickets against them, and we expect him to come good at the Manukau Oval. Jordan Silk and Fawad Ahmed among our differential picks. Our full team sees Josh Philippe as a keeper option as well as our recommended captain, Jordan Silk, Jason Roy, who's our recommended vice-captain, Liam Livingston, Ashton Turner, Daniel Christian, Carlos Brathwaite, Steve O'Keefe, Lloyd Pope, Jai Richardson and Fawad Ahmed. Substitutes bench features the likes of Andrew Tye, Josh Inglis, Daniel Hughes and James Vince. Now, can you consider Josh Inglis for Ashton Turner in an alternate scenario, and any other thoughts you'd like to leave our viewers with us?
Well, I think you should consider Josh Inglis. He'll bat higher than Ashton Turner in the batting order. Although having said that, Ashton Turner, you'd expect him to come up the order a little bit with the injury to Mitch Marsh. So I think both are good selections, but I'd probably lean towards Inglis there. Also, as you mentioned earlier, keep an eye out on the fitness of Ben Dorshus. If he's fit, I'd be looking to get him into my team as well. He's a quality performer, and I'd be happy to have him in my team. But you're right. I like the team. It looks pretty good.
All right, Mike Hussey, thank you very much. There you have it, Ben Dorshus. See if he does make the 11s and then find room for him in your fantasy side. We'll be back with plenty more from Michael Hussey as the Big Bash continues to roll on My 11 Circle Fantasy Pick on ESPN Cricinfo.